Matvatam jadam unmatam Kulavrataha samantrinaha Vatsaram bhupatim chakru Yaviyam sampramahe sutam Matva, thinking, tam, utkala, jadam, without intelligence, unmatam, mad, kulavrataha, the elderly members of the family, samantrinaha, with the ministers, vatsaram, vatsara, bhupatim, ruler of the world, chakruhu, they made, yaviyamsam, younger, brahmehe, of Brahmi, Sutam, son. Translation: for this reason, the ministers and all the elderly members of the family thought Utkala to be without intelligence and in fact mad. Thus, his younger brother named Vatsara, the son of Brahmi, was elevated to the royal throne and he became king of the world. Please repeat. For this reason, the ministers and all the elderly members of the family thought Utkala to be without intelligence and in fact mad. Thus his younger brother named Vatsara, the son of Brahmi, was elevated to the royal throne and he became king of the world. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It appears that although there was monarchy, it was not at all autocracy. There were senior family members and ministers who could make changes, and he lacked a proper person to the throne. Although the throne could be occupied only by the royal family, in modern days also, wherever there is monarchy, sometimes the ministers and elderly members of the family select one member from the royal family to occupy the throne in preference to another. So, back to the verse again. Omagyanatimirandasya jananam jana shalakaya chakshwadam militam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam satpitam yena bhutale Swayam rupa kadamam dadati swapadadikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Shadvitam Shavadutam Parajanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Vadam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Shya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Pina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikadanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Ram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here you can see that Utkala, the son of Dhruva Maharaj, was actually, as I've explained yesterday, he was a pure devotee, Uttama Adhikari. He saw the Lord everywhere, and so therefore he became very indifferent to the world. He was not interested because for him everything is Krishna. You know, he acted like a madman. So because he was a very pure devotee, he's saying everybody is also pure devotee. A pure devotee sees everybody as pure devotee. There's a difference in consciousness. As I was explaining yesterday, a pure devotee's symptom is this. In the Bhagavad Gita, it's explained here. Sarvabhutastam atmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani uchyate yoga yukta atma sarvatra samadarshanaha. A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. In this, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. So his vision was like this. Next verse. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mahi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me pranashyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. So you see, this is the vision of a pure devotee. Perhaps you know the story of Hanuman, right? He was given the pearl necklace by Sita, correct? And then he started biting and throwing everywhere, and everybody was laughing at him. Say, what are you doing? He's giving you a valuable necklace and you were just biting and throwing on the floor. You are acting like a monkey. Say, no, I was looking in each pearl for my beloved form. Who is that? I was looking for Sita and Ram and I did not find it. He said, you see Sita and Ram everywhere? Yes, I see them everywhere. So that, are you sure you see them? Yes, they are in my heart. Yes, in your heart? You show us. So you know the famous picture, Hanuman is opening his chest and there Sita and Ram is there? Yes? That it means they're a pure devotee. You can open your heart, I don't know what would be there, but there only be lust, anger, greed, this, that, all these bad qualities. Understand? That's why before Krishna took birth onto Devaki, these things had to go. So 6 children were killed. Yes, you know that? You know the 6 children were killed? Who are the 6 children? Representing lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion and madness. So when these 6 things were clear, she became pure. Then Lord Balaram went in, purified the place, and then Krishna came. It's not that just Krishna just enter into anybody's room like that. You have to be a pure devotee. So a pure devotee is like that. They are carrying the Lord in the heart. That's why they are pure devotees. Pure devotee doesn't mean that he's just pure. Pure means what? He's having, what is that? Show you one verse. I think it's in the 1087:38. I think you see. No, not here. I think it is 25, maybe. I'm just going to be making a guess. '27 maybe. Let me check before I put it on. This is from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, spoken by the Vedas. They were praying to the Lord. They were seeing 35, made a mistake. Here, we can see the position of a pure devotee. Sages free from false pride live on this earth by frequenting the sacred pilgrimage sites and those places where the Supreme Lord displays His pastime. Because such devotees keep your lotus feet within their hearts. The water that washes their feet destroys all sin. Anyone, for even one, turns his mind towards you, the ever blissful soul of all existence, no longer dedicate himself to serving family life at home, which robs a man of his good qualities. So you see here, the point is that the saintly personalities, because such devotees keep your lotus feet within their heart. You understand? They are always carrying the Lord in the heart. That's the difference. Now in our heart, we are keeping so many other things. That's why we are called Jiva Bhuta. There's a difference between Jiva Bhuta and Brahma Bhuta. You understand? One who is Jiva Bhuta means he is on the mental plane. One who is Brahma Bhuta means he is on the spiritual plane. See, a spiritual plane person is always seeing the Lord. Why? Because he is keeping the Lord in the heart. You understand? So for him, inside, outside, everything, that's how it is. See, here again another verse, it shows the position of a pure devotee, 11 to 44. See here, he's asking this question. Maharaj Nimi said, now please tell me in greater detail about the devotees of the Supreme Lord. What are the natural symptoms by which I can distinguish between the most advanced devotee, those on the middle level, and those who are neophyte? What are the typical religious activity of Vaishnava and how does he speak? Specifically, please describe those symptoms and characteristics by which your Vaishnava becomes dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's asking the question. So who is the most advanced? The answer is this. Sarve bhuteshu ya pasyat bhagavad bhavana atmanaha bhutani bhagavati atmani esa bhagavato tamaha. So this is symptom. How he said, the most advanced devotees see within everything the soul of all souls, the Supreme Personality of God. Consequently, he sees systematically everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and exists and understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord. So he is like a madman. He sees everything, What is that word, the drunkard man? 13, 11, 13? Huh? 11, 13, 32. What? See, this is how, a person who is drunk, just as a drunk man does not notice if he is wearing coat or shirt, similarly, one who is perfect in self-realization and who has thus achieved his eternal identity does not notice whether the temporary body is sitting, standing. Indeed, if by God's will the body is finished, or if by God's will he obtains a new body, a self also does not notice, just as a drunken man does not notice the situation of outward dress. See how the example is given. Have you seen a drunk man? One who is, completely gone. Right? You see? He doesn't know. He is babbling. People think he's crazy. Yes? See how the example is given. What do you say? Similar. What is the word? Analogy, yes. So how the analogy is, likened to a drunken man. So Utkala was like that. He was a pure devotee. He was acting like crazy. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also at some point he was also acting like that. So it is a symptom of a person who has become highly advanced or in love with Krishna. Because this cannot be imitated. If you do that, they will probably put you in a madhouse. That will be dangerous. You see? So now, today, they have, what we say, overruled the decision of making Utkala the king. Because in the monarchy system, usually the children, the first person, like Yudhishthira, was the elder of the Pandava, so he became king. Arjuna and all became Yuvaraj. That means they are not king, but they are, subordinate, next in line. Something happened to Yudhishthira, then, Bhima will take over. Or something happened to Bhima, then Arjuna will take. Like this it is, system. But sometimes these things are changed. When someone who is not very, qualified, then they will choose the most qualified person. It is not elected like the democratical system. It is not based on common man vote. It is selected by today. See, the elder members, they saw, the ministers, sa mantri naha. Mantri means minister. They all saw that this, they put this other person, Vatsara, as the next king. Why he is chosen? Because you see, the choice of the in the Bhagavad Gita, this is explained here. These are the qualities of a king, Kshatriya. Brahminical quality is how many things? 12. Brahmana has how many qualities? We can go back here. We can see. This is the quality of the Brahmin. Sama, Dhamma, Tapa, Sauchyam, Shanti, Rajavam, etc. They are at least about 1. Peacefulness, self-control, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 qualities here, actually there's 12 qualities of Brahmin. But the Kshatriya, he has got how many qualities? Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, leadership. He has got 7 qualities. So see, lower. And then Vaishyas has got only cow protection and farming and banking, 3 qualities. And Sudras have only 1 quality. What is that? Service to others. No other quality. See? So here the qualities of the king is determined, firstly, whether he is heroic or not. What is this heroism? That means he cannot turn back in fighting. It's not that he runs, When there's some fight, he runs. He's the first to run. Like nowadays, the fighting, how does it work? The heroes, so-called generals, the 5-star, 10-star, they stay in some very safe place somewhere. As the Prabhupada said, the poor soldiers have to go and fight. And this is not heroism. You understand? Or they call them paper generals. Everybody in paper, they are generals. You understand? It's not in real life fighting. So, but the Kshatriya, you can see Krishna, when he was going to fight, he went and fought. Right? He went, Jarasandha, he fought, correct? And with 3 arrows, he killed the whole Akshuyini. Everybody was finished. And on his side, not one soldier also died. How expert he was in managing his military affairs. So this is the quality of a hero. You understand? He is expert. And power. Kshatriyas are always craving for power. Whereas the Brahmana is always what? He don't want power. Brahmanas are also powerful, but they don't go into becoming powerful. They are powerful in different way. They are powerful by their austerities. Whereas the Kshatriya is powerful by his physical strength. You follow? And determination. He is very determined and resourceful. He can figure out everything, in any problem he can, and courage in battle, and generous, Karna, he was very generous, right? Anybody would go to him, he will give whatever you want. That's why Kunti went and asked, please give me the benediction that my 5 sons will live. Why she didn't ask for 6, it is 5. So he said, yes, with me or with Arjuna, you will always have 5 sons, no problem. Of course, he died. And also Krishna, sent Indra to go and back from Karna, you know the story, right? That he had a kavacha and this earring, kundala, and this was given to him when he was born, birth. This shield is invincible. Nobody can kill him because of the shield. And he had these mystic earrings. So in order to kill him, Indra had to go and ask for that donation. This earring and the shield. And you remember he cut it off and he gave it to him. I'm sure you know Mahabharata. So this is the generosity of the Kshatriya principle. Whatever you ask, yes, no problem. You understand? They are very generous. These are the qualities of the Kshatriya. Another most important quality is explained here in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. You see here, Evam parampara proktam. You see the word Evam Raja Rishu. That means these kings are not just kings, they are saintly kings. You understand? Not that you simply become a king, like I think I saw yesterday, the king of Thailand died and they had a big funeral for the guy. They keep the body for 1 year, and after he died 1 year later they built some kind of a funeral parlor that took 1 year to build. This is not this kind of king. Understand? The king here is Raja Rishi. That means he knows what? The Vedas. He's not a fool. He knows the scripture. Just like Arjuna. When Krishna was talking to Arjuna, he was talking about Veda. Veda Pramana. And Arjuna was asking questions. It's not that Arjuna simply accepted everything Krishna said. He also questioned, how is it that you saying that you born, you spoke this to the sun god, you were born today, yesterday like me, the same age, how am I to believe this? You see how he's questioning. You follow? It is not that the saintly king, they become blind, whatever it is. No. So they have also no knowledge. Like Yudhishthira, he was king, and saintly king, and he was also talking to Bhishmadev. And there's a whole Mahabharata chapter where Yudhishthira is Bhishmadev speaks to him about all the dharma, Kshatriya dharma, Brahmana dharma, Vaishya dharma, Sudra dharma, Stri dharma, the rules of politics, everything he was talking to him. You understand? So it's not that the Kshatriyas, they don't know nothing. You know what I mean? They simply enjoy and that's it. No? The prime duty of the Kshatriya king is to disseminate this knowledge. That's why he says here, Raja Rishu. You see this word? The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly king understood it in that way. That means they are supposed to uphold this Varnashram Dharma. You understand? Varnashram Dharma has to be what? Protected. Brahmana can preach, but like you see, if the preachers don't have the support of the saintly kings, then the preaching cannot go forward. You see the point? If the saintly kings are, like we give you an example, you see many countries, they have a Christian monarch, or they have a Hindu monarch, or they have a Muslim, king or government. Whatever the government has got control, then the subject easily can be molded. Like you see, like Thailand, everybody has to be Buddhist because the king, the government all support Buddhism as the, or like for example India, the king is what? I mean, he is Hindu, majority, yes. So Hindus have the easy, you can go build temple, you can preach, you can do so many things, yeah. You follow? Or you will go to Saudi Arabia, that's all Muslim majority. So for them, every Muslim discipline is upheld. So the Kshatriya principle is very relevant in trying to help propagate or maintain, the religious principle. In fact, the king's duty is to uphold religion. And when Parikshit Maharaj, he in his kingdom, this one Kali was going there to kill a cow. Perhaps you know the story, right? Kali, he was going to kill the cow. Yes? And he took out his sword and he was going to kill. And Kali came in he was killing the cow, and cow is what? Dharma. Yes? You follow? He said that in my kingdom you cannot do this. I think it's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, chapter 1, 17. Can you see? You got your thing. Take me time to look for all this. So you can see there how, Sri Sura, Suna Sri, in that verse, Chaturvida Adharmascha, Pavan. Chaturdharma, what is that? One what? So you see how relevant the king's duty is to uphold dharma. You understand? If dharma is not upheld, then everybody suffers. That's why when Yudhishthira became king, it says here, you can see, I'm going to show you a verse. Sarva kama dukha mayi. Sarva kama dukha mayi means the cows, I think it's in 1:10:4. You see here, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was a saintly king, during the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, the cloud showered all the water the people needed, and the earth produced all the necessity of man in profusion. And due to his fatty milk bank and cheerful attitude, the cow moistened the grazing ground with milk. That means ground was fertilized by milk. So you can see, when the king is saintly, see this point here, during the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, say Maharaj Yudhishthira is a saintly king. So because he's saintly, the cloud showed all water the people needed. Now big problem, yes? Everywhere drought, this, that. Why? Because kings are not saintly. You understand? And when the kings are not saintly, everything becomes topsy-turvy. You understand? So therefore, the king is very important. He is called Naradeva. Nara means man, Deva means God. He is God in the form of man. You follow this point? But unfortunately, Kali Yuga, this thing is finished. The last king, after Parikshit Maharaj down, the last was, I think, just before Nanda. There's one Nanda, and when Chanakya Pandit became, he dethroned him, and Asoka, Chandragupta came like that. Indian history, that was last finished. After that, everything became, down the drain. Now the whole thing, hardly you see any kings left in the whole earth now. Who's the only king? Maybe I can think only the Muslim, Saudi king and Brunei king, and I think Hindu king, the Nepal was the last, and his son killed him, I think. Finished. And of course Thailand they have, but usually they're just ceremonial heads. They're not involved in to uphold religious principle or what. They may be there for shaking hands and whatnot. You see, whereas the king, duty is to make sure that dharma is maintained. What was it? 17, huh? 1, 17, 22. See here. The king said, "O you who are in the form of a bull, you know the truth of religion, and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perfecter of irreligious act is also intended for one who identifies with the perpetrator. You are no other than personality of religion." See, the bull, duty of the king is to protect dharma. Yeah? Thus it is concluded that Lord's energies are inconceivable. No one can estimate them by mental speculation of what Jaguri is. That's the part that is killing Kali. This is not the... See here. In the age of Satya, truthfulness, your four legs will establish by principle of austerity, cleanliness, mercy and truthfulness. But it appears that three of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women and intoxication. So Kali Yuga, the three legs are gone. Only one leg is left. That was the truthfulness. That was also wobbling actually, not even standing. Because Kali, understand, age of Kali has encrypted so much. Saintly kings, they are no more in Kali Yuga, hardly any, correct? In fact, it is explained in the 12th canto. You can see here in the 12th canto what is the position of these so-called kings. Oh, 140. So, asamskrita kriyahina rajasa tamasavrataha prajaste bhakshayeshyanti malacha rajanya rupina. You see the word malacha, rajanya rupina. You understand this? Kali Yuga, these barbarians in the guise of kings will devour the citizenry, murdering innocent women. You can see what's going on. I don't have to speak about it. Children, cows and brahmanas, coveting the wives and property of other men. They will be erratic in their moods, have little strength of character and be very short-lived. Indeed, not purified by any Vedic rituals and lacking in the practice of regulative principle, they will be completely covered by the mode of passion and ignorance. This is the present day rulers. You understand? This is the present day rulers. So if this is the position, then how the subject can be happy? Huh? How the subject can be happy? Can. Huh? Can be happy? Can it? You understand? There's no hope actually to get any form of relief. Because the saintly king's protection is not there. Huh? Because the kings are all corrupt, the rain also not falling. In fact, it is said that the people will be disturbed, very disturbed by these three things. By these three things. Prabhupada used to quote this many times. Anavristi, Anavristi. You see, by Kali Yuga, there will be excessive tax, there will be famine, and there will be not enough food to eat. Why? Because in Kali Yuga, this is the problem. This is the problem. You see that? Sri Shuka Vacha Tata Chanu Dinam Dharma Satyam Shauchyam Chama Daya Kalena Balina Rajan Kalina Balena Rajan Nasyati Ahur Balam Smriti. What is that? Sukadev Goswami said, then O king, religion, fruitfulness, cleanliness, tolerance, mercy, duration of life, physical strength and memory will all diminish day by day because of the powerful influence of the age of Kali. See how everything is going down the drain. That is actually in Kali Yuga. In fact, Krishna told you, Uddhava, you please don't stay. You quickly get out of this place. But we are very happy. We want to stay. You see, you understand? Because Kali Yuga is overwhelming bad. Everything is bad. Actually, it's terrible age. Iron age of quarrel, hypocrisy. There's so many problems in this Kali Yuga. But nonetheless, there's something good in Kali Yuga. Although everything is messed up. In fact, you can only think of problems in Kali Yuga. It's explained here. In Kali Yuga, ocean of faults. There's an ocean of fault in this Kali Yuga. Isn't that? Kale, dosha nide rajan, astiya eko mahanduna. Kirtaneva Krishnasya mukta shankam parambraja. There's only one good thing you can do in this. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of fault, there is still one good quality about this age. There's only one good quality. What is that? Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from the bondage, material bondage, and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. You understand this point? Only one good thing you can do here. What is that? Only one thing. You understand? Huh? See here, another verse about this Kali Yuga. Those who are actually advanced in knowledge are able to appreciate the essential value of this age of Kali. Such enlightened persons worship Kali Yuga because in this fallen age, all perfection of life can easily be achieved by the performance of Sankirtan. You follow this point? Everything is bad, but it's so easy, as Krishna has made it. It's simply you have to what? Chant. The next verse, I think is the next verse. Yes. Indeed, There's no higher possible gain for embodied soul forced to wander throughout the material world than the Supreme Lord Sankirtan movement, by which one can attain the supreme peace and free oneself from the cycle of repeated birth and death. You can get supreme peace and you can become free from the cycle of birth and death. You understand this? Don't put your hand like this in front of the dignity. You understand this point? Huh? The only way is the mercy of the Lord. There is no other way. In fact, you know the famous word. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva. No other way, no other way, no other way at all. Finish. You follow? Because there is no king protection. Where's the saintly king? Forget it. Where are the Brahmins? Forget it. They are the worst. Correct? What is left? What is left? Chanting the name of Krishna. Right? That is the only way. This is also has to be done properly. It is said here. This is how it should be done. One should learn how to associate with the devotees of the Lord by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. This process is most purifying. As devotees thus develop their loving friendship, they feel mutual happiness and satisfaction. And by thus encouraging one another, they are able to give up material sense gratification, which is the cause of all suffering. This is called what? Sankirtanam. Is that what? Sankirtanam. So by getting together to chant, it is the most purifying. It says here. This process is most purifying. You follow? You can see that if you came Mangalarti, right? You feel any different? Nothing. What? You felt better? So you see, this is the process. By doing it, you get the strength. You understand? And once you get the strength, then you can overcome. You follow? If you don't connect yourself to Krishna by the Sankirtan program, you can see here, in the Bhagavad Gita it is explained, one who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? This is Krishna speaking, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 66. So the process is already there. We simply have to what? Follow. We don't have to go and figure out. That's not our job. Figuring out how, we are seekers, they say. We are not seeking. We are what? We are now followers. Understand? We follow in the footsteps of the Acharyas. Acharya Upasanam. Understand? We don't have to go and sit down and meditate some under the Bodhi tree or one and come up with some enlightenment idea. That is not our business. Our business is to simply follow the footsteps of the Acharya given Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yesterday I was speaking, correct? The point. The method is simple. What is that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And that we need the association of devotees. You cannot just do it. If you do on your own, then yes, you find that you will lose strength. On your own, you will lose your strength because Maya is very powerful. You know what I mean? You may wake up in the morning, you want to chant, and then you see everybody sleeping, and then it's okay, let me sit in the sofa. And then I'm chanting in the sofa, let me stretch my leg. Then, after that, what you do? You put the feet back on the side and you're sleeping. Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Yes or no? Because alone. But here I see no sofa here. Where any sofa here? You saw in the morning what we are doing? Huh? Everybody is what? Chanting. Correct? Alert. Yes. Yes or no? That is actually discipline. So when you stay with devotees, then you get the determination, the enthusiasm, You follow this point? And when you're not with devotees, then the mind is alone. You understand? When the mind is alone with you, then you are always talking to the mind. Yes? Correct? You may be chanting, the mouth is going, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, but actually you're somewhere you're having a conversation going on. Yes or not? After this, I think I'm going to do, so many things. So this is called, you know what I mean now? Mental speculation. So therefore, association of devotees are very essential so that we can get that unity, that strength, And in that way we can easily control the mind. Otherwise the mind is difficult. In fact, Krishna himself said this mind is, Arjuna also said, Chanchala Manahe Krishna, correct? Paramati Balavat Durdam. I cannot control this mind. Arjuna said. Now even Krishna also said this among difficult things. See, among difficult things, Krishna said, and I am among subtle things, I am the spirit soul, and among things that are difficult to conquer, I am the mind. You understand? It's not that you can conquer your mind. This mind belongs to who? To who? This mind in your body belongs to you? Belongs to you? No. It belongs to who? To Krishna. Krishna is the controller of Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kam, Mano, Buddhi, Evacha. These 8 are my separated material energy. You follow? You cannot try to conquer your mind by your own strength. That's not possible. That's why Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Bhagavatam, that the only way you can conquer this mind, it says here, the uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy of the living entity. If one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and will become victorious. Although it is not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. O King, please try to conquer this mind by the weapon of service to the lotus feet of the spiritual master and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Do this with great care. Doesn't mean that you fix on a spiritual master and Krishna, you can relax. You have to do it with what? Great care. You understand? That means what? You have to become very serious in your spiritual program. You understand? You cannot just do in a haphazard way. Have you seen many devotees? They just, think that now they are initiated, then, now, okay, I've got my rank already, I'm going back to Godhead. No. The Prabhupada said, although Prabhupada is the lead bird flying, every bird is flying along. If some bird thinks that no, Prabhupada is flying, I will, I can relax. What will happen to the bird if he relax? He'll fall down. Yes or not? Simple analogy. So try to understand the seriousness of the whole program. You follow? So in a situation like us today, where kingly personalities are not available, our only shelter is spiritual master and Krishna and association and devotees. In this way, we can easily cross over the ocean of material existence. Easily. Again, Krishna also said the same point again. See, before I wrap up, I just one more point. Krishna also said the same thing to Uddhava. You can see here. My dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and the way of life for sanely liberated person. And thus, if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating my devotees, then for all practical purpose, one possesses no effective means for escaping from material existence. Is that the point? This is spoken by who? Krishna. Understand? We cannot do our way. That's not possible. You understand? Everybody thinks that no, I'm okay. That's where the false ego comes in. This ahankar is always teaching this thing. No, you are alright, you're okay. You are the doer, you can do everything. This is how the ahankar works. You follow? And the breeding ground for this ahankar is always doubts. You understand? It's always creating doubts of the doubts of the doubts of the doubt. That is it, Show you another verse. This is how it is all affecting us. You should consider how, by the influence of my illusory energy, Maya, these three states of mind cursed by the modes of nature have been artificially imagined to exist in me. Having definitely ascertained the truth of the soul, you should utilize the sharpened sword of knowledge acquired by logical reflection from the instruction of sages and Vedic literature to completely cut off this false ego, which is the breeding ground of all doubts. That all of you should then worship me who is situated within the heart. You understand this point? It is when you have doubts, it's difficult. As Krishna also said in the Bhagavad Gita, what he said? He said for the doubting soul. For the doubting soul, it says here, Agyacha Shuddhadhanasya Samsayatma is the word. Samsaya means what? Doubt. Samsayatma Vinashayati. Nayam lokosti na paro nasukam samsayatmanaha. Very important. This is the word. Being ignorant and faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. See how it is phrased. So we have to clear all these things. We cannot go forward if we try to live in our own mental. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. And only way, as is explained, by chanting Krishna's name, association of devotees, taking shelter of Krishna Master and Krishna in this way. There's no other hope in Kali Yuga. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended. You just chant Hare Krishna. There's no other. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishinam. There's no other choice. So anybody have any questions on this point raised? Anything in the what do you call it? Nothing here. Alright, I'm going to stop here now. If nobody has questions in the net, does anybody have questions in the net? I don't see any questions there. Okay then. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.